Hey guys, welcome back to the business of art. Today I want to go over Etsy and ways to kind of stand out from the crowd on Etsy. On Etsy, there's just so much competition, it's not even funny. So you kind of have to get a little original and creative in order to stand out. Of course, it's going to depend on what your product is, but the first thing you should always be concentrating on is your photography, and then your titles and descriptions, which includes the SEO. So let's just go a little bit more into photography to start off with. You want to have clear, bright, well-lit, accurate colored photos, and I recommend playing around with it. Like you may want to just have the straight shot of your painting, or you may want to show it hanging on a wall, or you may want to show it hanging in a room with a bunch of other things like a couch and whatnot. So there's a lot of different options even with that. You may want to try showing all different kinds of angles on it. So I would definitely recommend playing around with it, and you can see what ones get more attention depending on the photos. And for example, I have grunge artist apparel, like this sweater that I'm wearing, and I've just started playing around with my photography a little bit, doing, showing like a full outfit with the shirt or sweater as opposed to just the shirt or sweater. So I'm going to try that out and see how that goes. So far, I'm really loving how it looks. To me, it's eye-catching, and I would stop and be like, what's that? That looks super cute. It's this whole, cute outfit. So definitely play around with that, and it's something you can always be changing and always be improving on. I mean, if you look at my stuff from a year ago, it's nothing compared to what it is now, because I'm always working on improving my photos and everything. And then the SEO we have gone over, so I'm just going to touch briefly on it in this video. But you need a clear-cut title and description that absolutely have your keywords in there. And you can learn what those are as you go. So you may want to start out by just putting up an item. And then you look in your analytics, and as you go along, you'll see certain search terms are how people are finding your items. And you can make sure to include those. And then also just think with what would you search for if you were looking for your own item. If I was looking for this sweater, I would search for a mixtape hoodie or something, right? So I'm going to want to make sure that that is in the title. If you're doing resin art, if it's abstract, you might want to be like resin abstract painting. And, you want it to be detailed and keyword heavy while still being logical, because you want to still communicate and not just have a random string of words. And then those would be in your description and then also in your tags. Now, beyond that, beyond the making the first sale, there are some other ways that you can stand out. So we'll go over those as well. And those include, first and foremost, include business cards in your packages. Ensure that they have a way to contact you, a way to share information with their friends, a way to remember you in the future. So put that business card in there. If you want, include a few if you think that they might give them to their friends or something. Go ahead and do that. Next is packaging. You can have obviously just an average package that's just a normal, doesn't really stand out, or you can go a little bit further, maybe have some custom return labels or some custom stickers. I got a package, it was a stencil that I ordered on Etsy, and the packaging was just impeccable. It was awesome, and they had matching labels, like a label that said "Do not bend," but it had their branding colors in there, and it really stood out. Another place I ordered from, they sent me a stencil in a vinyl record cover, the cardboard sleeves that comes in, and I thought that was super cool. It was really unique, and especially if you have a bunch of old vinyl records that you don't need or whatever, maybe you're going to paint on the vinyl record, use the cover for shipping, things like that. It depends on, of course, what you are shipping, But go above and beyond with your packaging, not in a way that's going to cost you a ton of money, of course, but in a way that stands out. Use bright colors, put some stickers on there, whatever you want to do. And lastly, I recommend including some sort of a thank you note. I think that goes a long way, and it's something that I sometimes forget to do, and I'm working on getting better at all of these things myself. But just a little like, thank you so much for your order, really appreciate you. Makes that person feel like they are part of your family, part of your group, you know, and they're going to want to order from you again. Or at least they're going to be more likely to, because they will feel like they've established that relationship. My final tip here is to build up an email list of your customers. That way, whenever you have sales, etc., you can just reach out to them. You can, of course, contact people directly through Etsy, but once you get up to having thousands of customers, as we hope you do, or if you're using a different system, it's just not going to be logical. So build up an email list so that you can let people know when you have sales and specials and new products, new releases, new paintings that you just added to your store, things like that. And all of these tips apply even if you're not on Etsy, if you're on Fine Art America, if you're on Redbubble, if you're anywhere else. All of these tips still apply. They're very universal. And even if you just have your own store on your website, still universal tips. And I hope these are helpful. If you have any other tips on how to stand out on Etsy or other places where you may sell art, include those down in the comments so that we can share with everybody. And I'll see you guys next time.